Welcome to tonight's episode of Kath and True, Church Without Borders, featuring your hosts, Kathy Renwick.
Yeah! Give him a red coat!
Andrew Garrick, a good Mormon who works hard. Tonight's episode, with the 2020 election forthcoming, how can we be sure that God is paying attention and his followers are paying attention to him? This week's episode is brought to you by God, Jesus Christ, the Church of Latter-day Saints, and the Catholic Church.
Yeah!
How you guys doing? How's everybody?
Yeah! How you doing, everybody? We're glad to be back this week. We've got an exciting week for you. Obviously, you know, it's a pretty explosive year, and there's a lot to talk about. So,
Yep.
you know,
There
how
always
was your
is.
weekend, Drew?
Very
Mine
good.
was great.
Very good.
Yeah.
Thanks for asking.
Yeah, you know, I had one of the best weekends you can have.
Yeah?
You know, Saturday, day before church, I go,
Always the best day.
whoa, what am I going to eat for
Yeah.
dinner? You know, I forgot to go to the grocery store
Oh.
a couple of days
Whoopsie.
earlier. So,
Whoopsies.
I just got into my white car
Yeah.
and I headed down to the grocery store.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I decided when I got out of the car, I just closed my eyes, put my hands together tight,
Mm-hmm.
and I said, let him lead you there, Kath. Let him lead you there.
Yeah.
And I
Right.
just started walking. And I don't know if it's because I've been to that grocery store 6 or 7 times in the last couple of weeks, or what,
Yeah.
but I got in just fine.
That's God. That's
So that
God
was my
making sure.
first indication
Yeah.
that God was in my back pocket.
That's what I'm
So-
thinking at that point.
I flipped the coin into the air
Mm-hmm.
and just kept walking. I
Naturally.
knew he'd get it later.
Mhm.
So I wanted to test this. I thought, okay, God's here. He's watching. He's in my pocket. So I'm like, what am I going to eat?
Mhm.
What am I going to eat? I didn't know. So I said, you know what? Beans. That's the kind I want.
That's good religious
And, you
supper.
know, I want them baked. Baked beans.
Mm-hmm.
The
Yeah.
best kind you can get.
Yeah.
You know the ones, Drew?
Yeah.
You know the ones, yeah, Heinz has a couple different flavors.
Oh,
you know.
yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
not
There's the
it's not
original.
just,
there's,
you know, Mama, your
uh,
old
extra
granddad's
tomato.
beans.
Yeah, I know. There's a
Heinz
few.
has gotten into a few different flavors
Yeah.
of baked beans.
You're right.
So I just waltz on down there,
Mhm.
and I get to that aisle. I
Yep.
see that there's only 2 cans of beans left.
Ooh.
2 different kinds.
Ooh.
So- I closed my eyes,
Yeah.
and I said to myself, Catherine, just let God decide.
Ooh,
And when
risky.
you open your eyes, you're going to know. You're going to know because God's going to make the decision for you.
Mhm.
You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
And when I opened my eyes back up, the lady next to me had taken one of the cans and she was already on her way out. There was only 1 can left. And I knew that was
Whoa.
proof that God was there. That was the one that he wanted me to have. I
Yeah.
picked it up, snatched it up, put it in the bag, paid for it, flipped coins on the way out into God's wallet, and I made sure that I had a nice religious
Whoa.
supper.
That's divine, God.
And then it was right to bed, up in the morning.
That is
Bingo
divine.
church.
That's eerie. It's actually
la vie.
eerie.
You know.
Yeah.
And how was yours?
Mine was actually really good.
Good.
My
Yeah,
wife and I,
that's it.
we basically
Trying to
sat
get
at
it off.
home and
I
we
got it right.
decided that we were going to look at the Bible and try to count how many words were on pages and then guess and have a competition against each other. And whoever was wrong had to read the next page. You know, we're so silly sometimes, her and I. and
Yeah.
It's just
Well,
it's
yeah,
fun.
well, you know, that's
It
great,
can be
Drew.
really fun.
That's great.
Mm-hmm.
There was something I read yesterday before I came in
Yeah.
that I really wanted to discuss.
What's that?
And I know, trust me, Trust me, Drew, I know. I've been one to knock the doors down.
Yep, well, you're not afraid to, that's for
last
sure.
couple of episodes, I think we delved into what was on the radio, and I said, listen to this. Listen to this garbage. And we went through some of the lyrics, spaghetti noodle mouth, all that stuff.
Yeah.
And it was disgusting. But that's what's out there. That's what these kids are subjected to.
I know, it's absolutely absurd.
So,
it's,
I think to myself, maybe I'll pop on the old streaming service.
there could be some good kid shows that are
and I get hit
friendly
with this coming, when you go to Netflix and you have that coming this week, coming next week, coming in a couple months.
Yeah.
All that stuff.
Yeah.
All the different
like
categories.
What's
however they set it up.
Type of thing. Yep.
Now, I see one that's called Cuties.
Okay.
And I go, what's this? What is it? So I click on it to see what it is. And Drew, lo and behold, this whole trailer and the movie poster that they've come out with is, and I'm not lying, you can Google it. You can get on your little iPad or your Game Boy and you can Google it. You can see the exact same thing I saw. It was like 10, 11-year-old girls in these skimpy outfits.
Oh.
They got them twerking around like there's some sort of rap girlfriends. It's absolutely disgusting.
What the heck is wrong
And
with people?
at this point, I've popped my top. I'm looking at this, and my hair's spinning off my head. It's starting to look like clip art.
Oh my God. Well, yeah.
So I'm starting to lose it at this point.
Yeah. Well,
so I'm about to dial Netflix on my phone and say, what's going on here? Get me the director's name.
Yeah.
And then I realize, I can just get that myself. So I IMDb it or, this movie database thing.
Yeah.
My nephew helped it with me.
I'm familiar with it.
My nephew. Jimmy, he helped me.
I know Jimmy.
He said, go to IMDb,
Jimmy and I
look up who's directing the thing, send him a letter. So I said, all right. So I went to go do this. And I see it's some lady named Maimuna Decore. No, Drew, you you see these letters here?
Yeah. Yep.
This one?
Yep.
You see that letter?
That's something.
It's got the hat.
Yeah.
Like an arrow shooting off of it.
It's something.
Anyways, Maimuna Decore. Something French.
Decore.
Anyways.
Yeah. Okay.
The movie's not even named Cuties.
What?
It's a movie that this girl made. Maimuna Decore.
Oh, yes.
Mignon. The movie poster on IMDb is completely different.
Okay.
It doesn't have kids in these outfits. The trailer hardly has anything to do with these girls dancing like little, I don't want to, like horse.
Yeah, you
like
have
little
to say
horse.
it, unfortunately, because that's what it is.
They don't have them dancing like that
God forgive
on the French
us.
one, but they've got them doing it on the American one.
Okay,
so I go to myself, I go, what's going on?
Yeah.
And I start to read the synopsis of the movie, and I realize, this isn't that. Looks kind of like it could be like a serious flick. Like it might have something to it.
Yeah. That's bizarre that they would do that.
So then my mind starts to spin. And I go, well, okay. That means somebody on the Netflix US or North American marketing team decided, hey, call a meeting. Get the boss in here because I got an A+ 10 out of 10 idea.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden, everybody calls a meeting. The boss comes in and says, "What's going on?" He goes, "Hey, you know that movie that Maimuna Decore just did? You know, Cuties or Mignon? Drew, you're French. How do you say it?
Mignon.
Yeah,
Mignon.
that one. You know that movie?
Yeah.
Hey, I know what the movie poster looks like. Let's shelve that idea. Let's put these kids in like little stripper outfits and have them stick the cabooses out like the back of a train. And, you know, we'll get a ton of people interested in watching this shit. Sorry.
Ooh, Kathy.
Sorry, I'm getting fired up.
Kathy, apologize.
I'm
to
honestly
God.
losing it here.
You're gonna have to
I'm starting
repent
to
for
spin.
that later. Oh, big time.
But
That is not.
Where's
okay,
the guy at
Kathy.
Netflix goes, "Yeah, 100%.
I understand.
That's what
that.
God wants. He wants that. So, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's appropriate. Let's ship it off."
Yep.
You know? And at that point, I'm sick. I'm sick. So I turn it off. I go to Amazon Prime. And I finished it off with a little bit of Blue's Clues.
That's a good show.
I'm just saying, Drew.
Happy show.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
And this is the world that we
it
live in.
is.
You know what I mean?
It makes
What
such.
are we doing?
It makes
What
such
are
little
we
sense.
doing?
I don't know.
Doesn't
Kathy.
make any sense.
I shake my head about
What do you think?
the people in charge in this world.
Like,
I just shake my head. I don't know.
Are we being targeted with caca like this? Like this, like,
I think
like
so.
they want us to watch this? Like, hey, turn it on. It's okay. You got kids dancing around. Like,
I know,
what?
Yeah, it makes.
Like, what are we doing? Like, what's going on?
It's very bizarre.
What's
that this
going
is
on?
something That, like, a big company
Somebody get Linda. Get the Netflix
Netflix
guys. Give me their phone number. I'll call them next week because something is wrong.
It
You
is.
know? Okay.
But you gotta breathe,
Losing it.
Kath. You gotta
I'm
breathe.
losing it.
You're gonna.
All right.
gonna
Let's
end up
let's
giving
get
yourself
to
a
the
stroke.
topic of discussion.
Yeah, I think
I
that's
know I've
probably
rambled on,
best.
so we've only got a couple minutes here.
Mhm. Yeah,
Presidential election. Drew,
very important.
where do you sit on this? Because I know you've worked for a government before.
Yeah. Well,
Where do you sit on this whole government
I've-
stuff?
I've got it. Yeah, you know, I'm happy you mentioned that, Kathy. I
Yeah.
do have a government background,
Yeah.
but my background in God is much more
Yeah.
important. And I think what we need to do is put God on the ballot. You know, have the two presidential candidates up there, but also have God as well. And if more people choose God, then that means that we should just throw our faith into him and allow him to decide who should be in the Oval Office. I think that's one of the only ways we can do it properly. And I've talked to my wife about that. And
Yeah.
she agrees.
I mean,
So
I agree, Drew.
I thought you would like that
You know.
idea, to be honest.
One thing that I think is that God needs to be included in this whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
He's the one.
Exactly.
God is the one. He's number one.
Exactly.
And how he doesn't end up on the front of ballots, I don't know. Because if
Same.
we included God on the ballot,
Same.
then we would be able to put ourselves in a position to let him choose.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, I mean, it's common sense.
Yeah.
You know, and I know we're running out of time,
Yep, we're
You
just
know.
getting there.
and we're going to get to this probably next week. We're going to continue this with a part 2. But I
yeah,
just
we
want
gotta
you all
wrap it
to
up.
keep your hands together,
God bless
your
each
eyes
and every one of your
closed,
hearts. You're
point your
all
head up to the
Catholic
sky, open
and
them up as
Mormon
soon as you got it
princes
pointed straight up,
and princesses.
and tell God you love him. And then
God bless you
flip
all.
some
so
coins
much.
in his pocket.
Amen.
We're going to see you guys next week.
See you guys
Have
next
a
week.
great night. Get to bed good. Have a good religious supper. And make sure you get some red cokes in your tummy. God bless you.